My name is BJ. I am from Downers Grove, Illinois. I immigrated to the United States with my mother 17 years ago. We won the diversity lottery. So in college, I ran into a little problem. I was charged with the simple possession of marijuana, and that case was ultimately dismissed. Before it was dismissed, I was coming back home from vacation, and at Atlanta airport, I was pulled to the side and interrogated. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea that it was even a problem. I thought it was kind of scary, and they gave me a court order to appear in the immigration court to see a judge, and the judge said that my case was terminated, but in reality it was administratively closed. So there is a distinction there. When the judge told you that it was terminated, then I took his word for it. It was terminated. But I didn't know it was classified as administratively closed, and then I could run into problem later on. Fast forward, I applied for my N-400, my citizenship for naturalization, my citizenship, and I fill out all the forms myself, and I had no idea that the distinction of administrative close and termination would cause me a lot of problems. So all the interview got scheduled, and I went to the interview, and I was waiting for my oath ceremony. And months passed by, and I still did not receive any response from USCIS. And that was a very painful experience. I made a couple of appointments with the local office. Nobody had an answer. And that position where you don't know what is going on, your family is looking up to you, and everybody's looking up to you, and you have no answer for them because you simply don't know what's going on. And not receiving any response from them just was not a pleasant experience. So I said, I need some help. And I realized I needed some help, and there was clearly something going on that I didn't have any understanding of. So that's the point I decided to hire an attorney. And I lived in Oak Brook back then, and I Googled and found Mario's law office, Godoy law office. And I gave him a call and scheduled an appointment, and right at the very first meet, when I spoke with Mario, he pointed out what could possibly be the problem, and it was a relief to know that there could be something done about it. And he took my case, and a couple weeks later, after I acquired him, I received a denial letter from the USCIS that confirmed what Mario had said about the technicality of being classified as an administratively closed case. So Mario's law office, they filed a motion in the immigration court in Atlanta, and to reopen the case. And in January, we went all the way. He was kind enough to come all the way to Atlanta with me and to see the judge. But the judge happened to be sick that day, and he didn't show up. So we came back, and we found out that they scheduled another court date 6 months later. And I was already tired of waiting, and this whole experience was very, very painful because it had already taken so long. But Mario was able to file another motion and get it resolved even before the court date. So anybody can fill out the form, and I thought I could fill it all out myself. Being a college graduate, I thought I could look at the instructions, read it out, and it wasn't that complicated. But what I've realized through this experience is there are it takes an attorney's expertise, his knowledge and understanding, and the implication of law to fully get the get get an idea as to why how a problem that was keeping my case, was holding my case back, can be solved. And I think I would advise anybody to not just look at the forms and say, okay, I can fill this out, but okay, if when you're answering every question, do you understand the total implication of what you're answering? And I would suggest to seek an attorney and find an attorney who can help you answer those questions correctly. And I really recommend Mario and his law office because I have had great experience with him. Mario is very approachable, the very accessible, and he has a great understanding of the law from my experience, and he will take care of whatever the problem or whatever is that you're trying to accomplish. So he has definitely my full recommendation.